we usually tend to be greedy and go for some top colleges, right? Who doesn't want to apply to Harvard or Stanford or something like top colleges? So everyone wants to get into them, but you have to see the reality and where do you stand. What are the kind of applicants who apply to those colleges? Unnecessarily, you don't want to put in efforts into the application somewhere where you wouldn't even be picked for interview or something, right? So that's really important to understand, like which colleges do I stand for and which are the great colleges that I can apply
Yeah.
to. So how do we assess those sort of things? Because sometimes we see that these kind of colleges, right, even the top colleges, sometimes they pull in some uh, different kind of students who we think are probably, I didn't think this kind of a student would get into a Harvard, but there is something
Yeah.
that is special in him which we do not know. Probably we may also have something of similar sort, right? So how do we assess those sort of things while shortlisting these schools?
Yeah. Very interesting question, because this is something that I was grappling about during my time as well.
Mhm.
I was talking to a few folks at that time, and without generalizing or stereotyping too much, giving that caveat before I get into this, one of the biggest problems with Indians specifically is the stereotype of Indian IT male. An Indian male working in an IT industry as a software engineer wanting to go for an MBA. Thanks to the sheer volume of people who can fall under the same umbrella, uh, the GMAT's score requirements are high. The personality coming out during essays requirement is very high. So when we are talking about such people, which primarily is a larger population of the people who are applying for an MBA from India specifically, I would always suggest to have some sort of a safety net, right? On an average, it is not to go, I suggest not to go more than 5 or 6 colleges to apply for, because you're just wasting money on the application side of it as well. You get I think 3 or 5 as part of the GMAT to apply to different colleges, plus you can spend a little bit more for to add 1 or 2 more to that list. And my suggestion always to the new people who are going is to make it in brackets of 2, right?
Mhm.
2 is the one that you aspire to get into after doing all the background research in terms of that college adding to your CV after MBA as well.
Mhm.
And that building, so end of the day, MBA is not the goal, right?
Mhm.
The candidate's goal is a career path of their choice.
Yes.
So if pick colleges in those tier in that adds to your journey, and have 2 which are aspirational, meaning that you feel that it might be a borderline chances that you might get into it,
Mhm.
but if you get into it, it's great, it's the dream of sorts, right?
Mhm.
Have 2 of that one.
Mhm.
Have 2 where basis the candidates conversations with alumni, looking at what is the average GMAT that goes into that, the
Mhm.
cohort of the previous batches and other stuff, you are fairly certain that you would get into it.
Mhm.
Right? On the law of averages, these would be the 2 colleges that you would most probably land at, and you'd not feel bad about it.
Okay.
And then the next 2 are the ones what I call it as the safety net.
Mhm.
When I was applying, I didn't need a safety net because I was okay to postpone my MBA colleges
Mhm.
application for the next year.
Yeah.
But if somebody doesn't have that luxury, it is always better to have that safety net of 1 or 2 colleges where you're 100% sure ki haan, isme I will get into it for sure.
Mhm. Yes.
So
Yes.
that's almost like a fallback option, that
Mhm.
okay, these are places that might not be the best of my choices, but I'm okay to get into it.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
this is how you break it into 2 plus 2 plus 2. So you're basically spreading your odds almost like a poker table of your own.
Yes, yes, great to know this. I think I've this is sort of clears that ambition to apply to the top colleges as well. Probably you can push in something which you are greedy of into the aspirational
Yeah, yeah.
colleges. So I think that clears out all the doubts that we have about college shortlisting, and as well as what are the factors that we can consider. So all in all, I think in a short while we were able to cover up most of the topics that we had for discussion today. Hopefully we'll connect back again with you later sometime again. Basically, we'll come back with some other new topics, whatever our
No problem at
students
all.
want to. So it was great talking to you. Thank you for being here, even with your busy schedule. So
No problem
thank
at
you.
all. Thanks, Vijay. Thanks for the chance.
Thank you.